This is the Rapido monthly update for the March 2026 Rapido release. My name is Megan Weldon. I'm a product manager for Rapido at Claravit, and my email is available on this slide. This session covers the key functionalities that will be new with the upcoming March 2026 release. The release notes and documentation are also available for a deeper dive into these topics and for reviewing resolved issues. The first development fits into our theme of Connect as it relates to our Rapido partners. To provide context for this development, I want to acknowledge that the February 2026 release delivered new fields for your partner records that you can customize values on your partner records. These fields being the alternate account number, which you'll see as a free text field on your partner records. The send communications is a yes/no value, while account allowances, sector, and organization type will be available on your partner records once you configure the options there. So you would configure these values under configuration, fulfillment, resource sharing, and then you can define the values that would show up for you to select to apply an organization type or to apply a sector or to apply account allowances to your partner. If these dropdowns are not configured, these values will not show on your partner record, but you have these as new fields available to you for defining new information about your partner records for your use. One of these uses might be analytics. So now that these new fields are available for you to customize and use to add that additional information to your partner, you may want to be able to report on these fields. So the March release makes that possible, and you'll find these new fields in your analytics folder to add to reports, to be able to use partner attributes in reporting and analyzing your resource sharing services. You might have partner attributes in relation to request fulfillment, request costs, and other specific inquiries for your library, and thinking about how you are working with them and their values as a partner, or the values you define about them as a partner. The next development and the one after that also fit into the staff user experience, thinking about our staff at libraries who are using Rapido. The staff user experience that I'd like to highlight first is in relation to configuring libraries as temporarily inactive, and this development comes to us from the community from Idea Exchange. So you can read what the community wrote and their proposed solution. Largely, there was difficulty in defining library as temporarily inactive due to the user roles required, and the libraries were finding that the user roles required were not often user roles that the staff would have that would need to perform this function. So this development enabled additional roles to support libraries in setting their library to temporarily inactive. So with the March release, users with the Fulfillment Services Manager or the Fulfillment Operator roles will be able to set the library to temporarily inactive for lending. Additionally, the Fulfillment Operator role can receive this functionality if the library submits a support ticket to enable this functionality for their fulfillment operators. So if you have these roles, then you can set your library to temporarily inactive via fulfillment, resource sharing, temporary inactive date ranges. This allows you as a staff member with these roles to set your library to temporarily inactive if perhaps the library is going to be closed, if there's going to be a staffing absence, or for whatever other reason that you can't process the requests. You can make that clear in your settings to inform your service expectations. An additional staff user experience piece comes more now from the lending into the borrowing workflow. So here we have a borrowing request, and the new action available that you'll see in these borrowing requests is highlighted here. It is the View Locate History action. This action shows job information for the last locate that ran on the request when working with your peer-to-peer partners, so you can see the success or failure of the jobs the locate jobs in working with those ISO peer-to-peer partners. When you select View Locate History, You get a visibility into these jobs here under the History tab, and you can open that via report to see the job report. Thinking about our end users, I want to introduce the next development here. This next development came in from the community again via the curve process this time. So this March release, we have an idea exchange as well as a curve development. The community expressed a need to be able to remove the pickup location on the request form when users are placing digital requests. So the problem they defined is that it might be confusing for a user to define a pickup location if they are not having to pick up a material. The material will be supplied digitally. So this now allows libraries to continue to present the pickup location on physical requests while hiding the pickup location for digital requests. So via configuration, fulfillment, general other settings, there is going to be a new parameter when set to true. The RS hide pickup location for digital will hide the pickup location for those digital requests. And then an additional parameter allows you as a library to define the default pickup location when this field is hidden, which is useful in cases where this digital request needs to be converted to a physical request. Where should the default pickup location be behind? And that can be done and determined behind the scenes so that your user is not prompted with a pickup location that is not relevant for the majority of these digital requests. So two different parameters to check if you and configure if you would like to no longer present the pickup location for digital requests. They are both found under configuration, fulfillment, general other settings. I just want to highlight the release notes document these functionalities and dive in a bit further, as well as discuss resolved issues. So please check out the release notes and email me if you have questions.